with your introduction.
Hi everyone. So I have close to 4 years of experience in service now. I am. I have worked with Deloitte. I have worked with mostly in the banking industry with JP Morgan and State Street. And yeah, ServiceNow I started with the basic reporting stuff, and then slowly and gradually got involved into some admin stuff. But now I'm looking forward to get my knowledge a bit more deeper, I guess. Thank you.
Thank you, Himanshu. Amar, okay. Ashok,
Hi, I'm Karuna Tiwari. I'm joining this session from my brother's mobile. I was unable to join from my mobile. So I
hi
have
Karuna.
hi, I have 3 year experience in service now. I'm currently working with ISG as an admin in service now. That's it from my side.
Okay, thank you. Shubham, okay. Ratnesh,
Yeah, hi. My name is Ratesh, and I have no exposure in ITSM. I am here just to get more knowledge in ITSM and the ServiceNow tool. Yeah, and I'm having around 14 years of experience in IT GRC. Currently, I'm working in one of the big fours. Yeah, thank you.
okay. So, do you have any knowledge, any scripting knowledge?
Yes, I have some scripting knowledge, and I also have some other exposure in terms of GRC tool and all. Like
Yeah,
Drata.
I mean basic scripting language like C, C++ will suffice. That's why I'm
Yes,
asking.
PC plus is there. Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
thank you. Mazhar,
Hi, I have experience in ServiceNow ITSM admin, so 2 years of relevant experience. Just want to learn further new modules, updated modules, so that I can survive next ServiceNow.
okay. So, do you have any scripting experience? I mean, any knowledge of scripting?
Yes, I do have some basic knowledge on scripting.
Basic knowledge. Okay, okay, thank you. Money Chandana.
Hey, hi, this is Manichandana. I have 0 years of experience and I'm new to service now. I want to start my career with service now to get better opportunities. So I want to start with this course.
So, do you also have any scripting experience or knowledge?
No, I
Hmm.
have zero experience. I have no nothing.
Okay, any technical background? What is your technical background? Education?
Um, I'm from computer science students.
Computer science domain. That means you know C, C++, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know
But
that.
that knowledge will suffice. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jaydeep Mishra.
Yeah, mm. I have a 6 month experience with ITSM module, and I also familiar with HRSD module. In ITSM, I have a hands-on working experience with SA notification, how to create a client script and server-side script like as a business rule and script include. Along with the ITSM and HRSD module, I am familiar with integration, where I used the real task-based scenario like REST API Explorer and something.
Okay. Okay. So, do you have any scripting knowledge? Any programming
Yeah,
knowledge?
yeah, I am comfortable with programming in C and Java, and I also familiar with web technologies like as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Okay, good.
Thank
Thank you. Shekhar.
you.
Are you saying anything? Okay, Sheetal.
I have 3.5 years of experience in Java backend development. So I have to start my career at ServiceNow.
Okay. Sadhana.
Hi, Monica. I have 4.5 year of experience in service now. I'm working as a ATF tester.
Okay. Any programming knowledge?
Yeah, I have basic knowledge on JavaScript and Java as well.
Okay. Okay. Anyone who has left? Okay, yeah, Himanshu.
Yeah, Anika, thank you for conducting this session. Since you have been asking almost all the people about the scripting knowledge, I would like to understand what are the prerequisite in order to get enrolled in this course. Uh, I'm specifically asking because I'm not very good at scripting. So I came from a mechanical engineering background, started working in IT industry, and somehow I can understand the script by looking at it, but I am not very good at the syntaxes, and so it's hard for me to write the script from the scratch.
Okay, I will come to that topic. Don't worry.
Mhm, mhm.
Anyone else who is left before I start? I think Ashok is left, right? Ashok?
Actually, I told them I'm
Oh,
Ashok's sister.
sorry,
I'm
sorry,
Jen.
sorry, 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 sorry. Okay, let me start with the question that Himanshu has asked. So I have experience, I think I have taken total 100 batches in ITSM till now. And mostly I'm proficient in taking those candidates who are from non-IT background. That means especially who are not from engineering or anyone who is not in touch with scripting. That's why I'm explicitly asking this question: do you have knowledge or not? So that I keep in mind um, whom I should concentrate more. Okay, so coming to the topic, since this course is from scratch, so all the scripting components I will take up from scratch. Only thing which is required is you should have logical understanding. I think everyone is having maths as a background in 11th, 12th, or 10th, 11th, 12th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is a minimum requirement because if you have logical understanding, if you have IQ, you can easily understand. See, syntax differ, but logical understanding is the thing which matters most here in ServiceNow because you have to make I mean, there are many scripting components here. You have to understand which one to use to get the optimum result. Secondly, most of the things I will cover up, okay? There are many APIs, client side APIs, server side APIs. There will be many programming methodologies, many programming components will be there. I will be explaining everything from scratch. We will be providing you recording. Other than that, for each and every scripting component, starting with client side scripting, okay, I will be providing you notes in the form of a scripts where you can get so this is the use case. You will be getting the screenshot of the use cases that you need to practice. Um, in addition to that, I will be also guiding you for interview questions. See, I don't know what is your expectation from this training. I will cover both. Sorry, I will cover both the scenarios where you would be looking for interviews for developer service now, as well as to get for the current development job you are working on. So we will be working on multiple use cases, technical use cases, And this training is 95% practical. The, the topic that I will introduce all will be scripting based. Because see, to survive in the service now, you should know scripting. Though it is mentioned it is a low code app, you have to do minimum scripting, but this is not true. I'm working in an MNC. I'm handling both ITOM and ITSM. Working on the, I'm working on custom application development. I'm working on flow designers. I'm working on different scripts. You have to write script. And if you know scripting, this is an upper edge.
And I completely agree with you on that point. One more question. I was going through the PDF file which was sent related to the syllabus, and under the workflows, I feel it's more inclined toward the legacy workflow than the flow designer. So in this session, we will be like, what are will it be flow designers or will it be the workflows?
Okay, let me share my screen. This is
Hmm.
the syllabus that covering.
Hmm.
I don't know what syllabus they have shared, but this is the syllabus mostly I will be covering on. Can you see the Excel sheet?
Yes, I can see it.
You can see there are 16 components here, and
Hmm.
for all the components, there will be extensive scripting, except your few few topics before client script.
Right.
All will be scripting based. Okay. Secondly, I will focus more on flow designer.
Hmm.
Workflow, they will explain because it is a legacy system, right?
Right.
I
Yeah.
things, but my focus is on flow designer. I started my career with flow designer, and now flow designer is the future. Currently, I'm working with AI, AI agents, and AI agents can directly call flow designer. It doesn't call workflows. So in 2, 3 version, I can also say that flow workflows will be gone. Secondly, companies right now are changing their incident problem change workflows, legacy workflows to Flow Designer. Okay, so Flow Designer is more easy. First of all, it is user friendly. Secondly, whatever the script you have written, I will show you up. You can create things and you can create global scripts also using Flow Designer. There are many advantages Flow Designer is having. You can use Flow Designer for integration using Integration Hub. You can use Flow Designer you can replace Flow Designer for other scripts, right? We
Yes.
write some scripts, manual scripts. You can replace that with a Flow Designer. Okay, so there are many advantages. I will show you up. Okay, let me give you a brief idea about the things that I will cover up. This is a basic tool introduction where I will be covering out what are the, there are 3 components: banner, your application navigator, contextual area, what are the different views, all the things practically I will cover up. Then we have user management, where how to create user, how to create group, how to create roles, how to give roles to the user, how to add user in the group. That will comprise of your user management. Then your data management, that include tables, how to create tables, then how to add fields in the tables. These are the things. Your mm, data dictionary, these concepts I will cover up practically. Then you have application modules, how you can create a custom application. See, there are 2 type of applications. One is your global application, which is available to all the user irrespective of its role. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
like incident problem change, it is given to all the user. If it is internal, if you have SNC internal role, you can access this modules. There is another thing is local application, which is customer specific, project specific. For example, hotel management system, library management system. I'm just taking an example. Okay, so only the user of hotel management system can change the things. Only the user of hotel management system can see the tables, they can see the application, they can see the modules like that. Okay, so you're restricting global user to see your local application. So how you can create local application, how you can create menus, how you can create modules in that local application, I will cover up that. Then you have update sets. Now, this update sets are simply like that you will use in your day-to-day life as a developer. See, there are three instances. Okay, one is your dev instance, which is given to developer for developing the code. Second is your test instance. Okay, for testing people will test that code. Third is your production. Okay, it will go live. So whenever you, as a developer, you are writing some code, some use case is given to you by business analyst or your team leader. You have met the requirements. Now you have now testing people will not come to your system to check what are the things you have done. So you have to move the configuration that you have done. For example, you have created table, you have created a few things, fields. You have to move the configuration from dev instance to test instance so that test instance people, like testing people, can check that whether you have done according to client requirements or not. Okay, so these things we will cover up in update sets. Are you with me so far,
Yes, yes.
everyone? Today I'm just giving you high level overview that what are the topics I will be covering up in this training. Then we have client side scripting. Now that includes all the client side scripting APIs, G underscore form, G underscore user, all the things I will be providing you. A recording you will get, obviously. Along with that, you will be getting the Word document where all the use cases will be there along with their screenshot so that you can practice at home. And during interviews and all, you can it is more easy to refer this Word documents rather than recording for practice, as I believe. Server-side scripting, we have server-side scripting APIs. So I will be covering up same thing. I will be covering up all the things that is written here, along with the business rules, script include UI action. These are all server-side scripting components. Okay, so you can see these are the topics that I will be covering up. Along with that, there will be one mini project. After you complete this, there will be one mini project which will include all the topics, applications of all the topics that you have done so far. So this training include the training of these topics. Along with that, there will be one project so that you
Um,
can, after this training, the expectation is you can directly handle any, custom application.
yeah. Anarika, to set my expectations right, uh, just few more questions. When we are
Sure.
talking about the second point, that can you?
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Can you see?
loading. Yeah. So the second point, it says about data management and tables. So are we be covering about the best practices, the BP engine? Uh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, for all these topics, I will be covering up the best practices the one developer should follow. See,
Mhm.
best practices are very important because since I know in the real time, one should know the best practices. What is the problem is there is a component in ITOM called CMDB health. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
what happens if you are not using best practices? Okay, for example sup suppose you are not using any best practice. For example, you have provided sys id for any group. Rather
Mhm.
than giving the property name, you have used the sys id shortcut. Okay, just use the shortcut. Now what happens is there is a component in the CMDB health called compliance. Now this compliant metrics check whether in all the coding, whatever you have done, okay, you have used the best practices provided by ServiceNow or not. If there is a compliance error, then you might need to redo the work. So what is the point of doing that shortcut? You need to redo,
Yeah.
right? And now this time when you have to redo the work, you have to do with the best practice. So best is understand everything with the best practices for each and every topic. There are best practices written for every component of this. I
Okay.
mean, for every topic, there is a best practice.
Yeah. Uh, Again, different, but schema map, I'm assuming that this is related to the tables where we can see what is the parent table, what is the child table, and it
Yes.
is nowhere related to the service mapping part.
No, no.
Okay.
Service mapping is not there.
Yeah.
Schema map just to have an understanding how relationships are created. Okay. How from
Mhm.
task table, how relationship is created between parent and child, all those things.
Okay.
Just to make you understand.
Yeah. The seventh part is about events and notification. So when we say about event, is it anyhow related to the event management, which is in the
No, no,
item?
no,
Okay.
no, 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 no,
So
no.
that's more like the notification parts where we create the events
Sending
and
the
then,
emails.
yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
sending the emails, those type of things.
Okay. Last, with the 15th reports. So we will be dealing with the PA reports or the basic reports.
Here in ITSM, I will be dealing with basic reports
Okay.
because see, PA itself is a separate module.
Hmm.
Performance analytics is a separate module. I know that.
Hmm.
If the time permits, because it is itself a very big module. It is a service no admin and development course, basic course, but it is a very big module. And also along with this, I'm also covering up the project.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if the time permits, if we have time, then I will take up the performance analytics once project is done. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No more questions with respect to the syllabus. In interest of everyone else. So once we are done with this training session, like what we can expect? Can we expect the ServiceNow CSA certification level kind of a knowledge, or
You can get CSA,
mhm.
CAD, and CSA, CIS, ITSM. All the things, three things will be covered in this training.
Okay, okay,
So
yeah,
it is not a CSA, it is not an administrator training. Not only, I mean, it is not limited to administrator training, it is admin plus development training. So that's why CSA is covered, CAD is covered, and ITSM because of the last one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. And what are the timelines? How are we like? What is the expectation? Like, in how many months are we going to cover these topics?
Okay, so generally when I take training, it is your 45 hours training,
Okay.
excluding project. If I
Hmm.
include project, so you can take up like 50 to 55. So
Hmm.
you can take up it as 2 months training because interview, grooming up the interview questions and resume preparation, all the things will be there, right?
Yeah.
So it will take up around 2 months.
Okay. Thank
Because
you.
see, I could have said that it is a theoretical topic, but it is not a small thing. It's a fundamental of service now. If you know here the basics of development, in any module you can do the development.
Agree.
See, and it is mostly because I love scripting, so I have included scripting in each and every part. The scripting is there. This is something I want to. It is not admin. See, admin thing because I have seen the market. Admin, you will get lot of competition, and there is no job. Even the expectation from admin is that person should know the scripting nowadays.
BA is already replacing the admin stuff.
Hmm. So admin people should know the scripting. That is the expectation nowadays. So better you should know scripting because if you know scripting, I feel I'm doing ITOM also, right? I know scripting. So whenever I get stuck, The best thing about scripting is it gives you an idea. I mean, you can create record in any table where there is no new button. I mean, you can do anything. That is the beauty of scripting. I
I
was
get you. Yeah.
previously working with BMC Remedy, and it is configuration based. There is no scripting concept. You should know you should know SQL before using BMC Remedy. It is also one of the ITSM tool. But beauty of ServiceNow is there is no need to know the SQL. Let me show you something.
Yeah. Remedy was before ServiceNow, I believe, right?
Yeah, Remedy
Yeah.
people have developed ServiceNow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, is my instance visible?
Yes, I can see it now.
Okay, so let me show you one thing. So when I say anybody can enter into software industry, whether that person is having IT knowledge or not, why I'm saying so? Because see, what do you know about ServiceNow? Let me start with this. Anyone, what do you know about ServiceNow? Please hand raise.
Okay, so
Okay.
ServiceNow is a,
Hmm.
as far as my knowledge goes, it's a cloud-based platform. Gives a very good modules, especially in ITSM. It's a leading tool and low code, easy to develop, more functions. I am like, yeah, but honestly, bottom line, you can do almost anything with ServiceNow. You have the options to build your own custom logics, custom scripts, plus ServiceNow itself out of the box, they give you a lot of options to manage your
Okay.
ITSM, to manage ITOM, HRSD, TSOM, FSM, so many different modules for all the different industries.
Hmm. Okay. Jaideep?
I think ServiceNow is a American software company based in Santa Clara, California, and it's provide a cloud computing platform for automated business workflow.
Okay. Okay. So ServiceNow basically is a cloud computing platform. Uh, and it is data driven. Okay, when I say data driven means it is when I say data driven means it deals with data. Okay, any company who is having data, deals with data, for example payment bank, uh, normal bank, your any type of like e-commerce application, they also handle user data. They require they use ServiceNow. Okay, now coming to the point. Now, if in any other technology, okay, whenever you handle any database, it is a database, right? We have CMDB, which is a configuration management database, which actually a central repository for all the things. Now in ServiceNow, everything is in the form of a tables and records. Why? Because so that we can track things. Okay, so now whenever we have data or whenever we have database, minimum requirement is the person should know SQL, structure query language, everyone must be aware of, right? So any person who is a non-IT, okay, and that person wants to enter into IT industry. So if that person is suppose want to enter in BMC remedy, that person could not because he need to understand SQL, structure query language, select star from like this, okay. So here the beauty of ServiceNow is we have a filter which is known as condition builder. You need not have to write query. Okay. ServiceNow will create query for you, but you should know the condition. For example, um, if I have to write a query like select star. Select means this is a query name. Star means select all the fields of that table. From which table? Suppose incident. Where category. Category is a field name. Category is your hardware. Okay. Category is hardware or category is equal to software. Software. Okay. And active is another field. Active is true, which is another condition. Okay. And now when I say this and, these are logical and. Okay. This is one field. This is one condition. Category is a field name. Category can be hardware or category with software. Logical and. This is another condition. And third condition is priority, which is another field. Priority is critical. Priority is high. So we have three filter condition here. Okay, this is first condition. This is second condition. And this is your third condition. This is your logical OR. Okay. So if you have to write this SQL, you should know this how to write. Okay. So anyone who is from non-IT, that person is not knowing this, right? But he knows the filter condition. Everyone knows the filter condition because that is provided by client to you. Okay. So let's create this SQL. So you have to click on here. This is known as condition builder. So first filter condition is category. Category is field. Is hardware or category is software, and active, which is another field. Active is true, and priority, which is another field, is critical or priority is high. Okay, you have provided all the filter condition. So anyone who is from non-IT must be knowing the how to write the filter condition. Just click on the run. Now this is the query, copy query, which is created by ServiceNow. So if you do not know SQL, no problem. Why are you showing like this? This is again. Okay. Query, sorry. So this is the filtering condition that ServiceNow has created for you. So in generally in other technologies, this is a blocker. You should know SQL. Then only you can enter into RDBMS, relational database. But here in ServiceNow, that is not a blocker. You should know the filter condition, how to give the filter using condition builder. ServiceNow will create the query for you. And you can use this query to get the results. Any doubts here? Am I audible?
It's clear.
Yeah.
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 So is it clear or is it something which has gone over the head?
Clear. It's clear.
Yeah, but all the things I will explain you. Today, just I am giving you high level overview. What is service now? How it is beneficial for developers. So you first is the earlier, I think 12 years ago, I used to work as a full stack developer. So I'm giving you an example. Full stack developer. So my front end was .NET and back end was SQL Server. So so whenever we need to establish a connection between the front end and back end, all the Java developers know. So we need to set up a connection string. Then we have to pass the credentials, whether credentials are correct or not, and then we have to run the SQL query. So first two stages, like setting up the connection string and passing the credentials are not required because here front end is also ServiceNow and back end is also ServiceNow. So first two statements are not required. And then SQL query also ServiceNow has provided the filter. Whatever you should know the table name only and what filter you need to give. Rest other things will be handled by ServiceNow. So it is easy for the developers to write the code. Unlike in other programming languages where you have to write, you know, maybe hundreds of code here at max I have been 20, maximum 20. That is also in integration. Mostly 5 line, 4 lines of code because it is more about logical, how the data is working, logical interpretation rather than writing the code. Because we have components here. This all of you know, right? It is a tool-based software. Is this idea clear?
Yes, Anand.
Everyone is silent. Are you guys with me? Except Himanshu, everyone is silent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it is a tool-based software. That means they have their own components. Like for example, G underscore form. It is an object and it has its own methods. Okay, you can use these methods to